Okay, question 7. A pyramid with a square base has a height that is twice the length of the side of the base. So we have a square base. A pyramid, like the Egyptian pyramid, has a very sharp corner at the top. So the height is twice the length of the side of the base. So we can let this be x. And the height of this pyramid is going to be 2x. If the volume is 144, what is the area of the base? So we were told that the volume of a pyramid is 1/3 times the area of the base. I'll just use b for the area of the base times the height. And this volume is 144. So 1/3, the area of the base is just x times x, and the height is 2x. So we should have 2/3 x to the power 3 equals to 144. Now we can cross multiply the 3 over, and then divide both sides by 2. We get x to the power 3 equals 216. Take the cubic root on both sides, we get x equals to 6. So now we can say that the area of the base is just x times x. We just figure out x equals to 6. So the base area is 36, and this will be in inches squared. Question 8. A cone has a volume of 18 pi centimeter cubed and a height that equals to the diameter of the base. So this is a cone, like an ice cream cone. So I'm going to call the radius x, then the diameter is going to be 2x. So the height is also 2x, because the height equals to the diameter of the base. So we were told that the volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r squared h. And this volume is 18 pi equals to 1/3 pi. R is just x, and the height is 2x. So we get 2/3 pi x to the power 3 equals to 18 pi. We can now cross multiply the 3 over, dividing both sides by 2 pi. Cross that out, we get x to the power 3 equals. We can also cross out the pi here. So this becomes 18 times 3 divided by 2. We get 27. Taking the cubic root on both sides, we get x equals to 3. And that's the radius. The radius is x. And this is in centimeter. Question 9. So we have a right triangular prism. So the volume of a right triangular prism is just going to be the base area times the height. What we are missing is this h in order to calculate the area of this triangle, which is the base. Let me take it out here. That's 4/3, that's 8, and that's h. We can do a Pythagorean equation. H squared plus 4/3 squared equals to a squared. I can type this into the calculator. I should get 4 squared is 16, √3 squared is just 3. So if you just type that into the calculator, you should get 48. So I get h squared equals 64 minus 48. H squared equals 16. And then we square with both sides. We get h equals to 4. So now we know that h equals to 4. I can say that the base area is just base, which is 4/3, times the height, which is 4, divided by 2. That will be the area of a triangle, times the height of the prism. The height of the prism is 3/3. And you can just type that into the calculator. So use the fractional button. You have 4√3 times 4/2. And then times 3/3. So 3 square root of 3. And that's it. It gives you the answer 72. So that is 72 meters cubed. Okay, so you're allowed to use a calculator for all these word problems. And then question 10. Regular tetrahedron. So you have a three-dimensional shape made up of 3 equilateral triangles. 4 equilateral triangles, I mean. With edges A has a volume of... Okay, so you were already told that the volume is √2/12 times a to the power 3 if the side length is a. And all of these are going to be the same. So this volume is 18√2. And we are just trying to solve for a. So you can cross multiply the 12 over, divide both sides by √2. You can cross that out. You can also cross this √2 out. So just left with 18 times 12 is 216 equals to a to the power 3. Now we can take that cube root on both sides. We get a equals to 6. That's the answer. A equals to 6 centimeter. Question 11. Sphere of radius r fits exactly into a cylinder. Touching the cylinder at the top, bottom, and sides. If the volume of the cylinder is 128 pi centimeter cubed, what is the volume of the sphere? So we have a sphere. And we have a cylinder. With radius fit exactly into a cylinder. So this will be r. Which means this has to be 2r, right? Because that's also one radius and another radius. If the volume of the cylinder, okay. So volume of a cylinder is pi r squared h. And we know that the radius is r and h is 2r. And we were told that this volume is 128 pi. So we have 2 pi r to the power 3 equals to 128 pi. Now we can divide both sides by 2 pi. We get r to the power 3 equals to 64. And then we take the cubic root on both sides. We get r equals to 4. Okay, now we can find the volume of the sphere. Volume of the sphere is 4/3 pi r to the power 3. So this is 4/3 pi. The radius is 4. And I'm going to leave the pi alone. So 4/3 times 4 to the power 3, just using my calculator, is 256/3 pi. And this will be in centimeter cube. So that's the final answer. Question 12. Scoop of ice cream has the shape of a hemisphere on top of a cone. So we have a cone, and then ice cream. The height of the cone is 3 times the radius of the cone. So that's r. The height of this cone is 3r. If the volume of the cone and the hemisphere is 45 pi, what is the radius of the cone and the hemisphere? So volume of the cone is 1/3 pi r squared times h. And the volume of the sphere or hemisphere only half will just be 4/3 pi r cubed and then divided by 2 because there's only half. So for the cone, we have 1/3 pi r squared times h. H is 3r. So the 3 get crossed out nicely. We get pi r to the power 3. The volume of the hemisphere. So first of all, 4/3 divided by 2 is 2/3. So it will just be 2/3 pi r to the power 3. So now we can add it up, right? The total volume is pi r to the power 3 plus 2/3 pi r to the power 3. So, if you add the coefficient, it's the same as 1 plus 2/3. Because this is 1 pi r to the power 3, this is 2/3 pi r to the power 3. So if you just add the coefficient, you should get 5/3 pi r to the power 3. That's just 1 plus 2/3 to get 5/3. And we were told that this total volume is 45 pi. So now we can cross multiply. Divide both sides by 5 pi. We can cross that out. We get r to the power 3 equals. We can also cross out the pi. 45/5 is 9 times 3 is 27. But feel free to use your calculator. And then now we can take the cubic root on both sides. We get r equals to 3. That's the answer. 3 centimeter is the radius of the cone and the hemisphere. Okay, that's it for questions. That's it for chapter 6. I will see you in chapter 7.